Tell me what you see when you look at me. Do you see another brother lost in these streets looking for his soul?
Trying to find my soul.
Or do you see another brother searching for lost souls in these streets? A street soldier.
Street soldier.
Here to help you get that chip off your shoulder, warm your colder days and sober your drunken ways, and find a way to help you get over these hurdles placed in our path. And this is not meant to amuse you. This is for all those who have questions but are afraid to ask.
I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. No. When times get hard, you lose your way. Open your mind and hear what I say.
This is a message for the hard and the soft. To those who tune in weekly and to those who keep an eye out for 8 p.m. on Sundays and turn their radios off. The truth hurts. The cloth has been pulled. We're walking around half dead. Use this show as your IV. Alive and Free is a new movement. We've achieved self-destruction. A street soldier promotes self-improvement.
Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah. Streets couldn't be no colder, so I gotta be a soldier. It shouldn't be this hard for me. Even when it seems so hopeless, I gotta keep my focus. I'm glad to be alive and free, yeah.
Alive and Free Leadership Academy and the College Prep Program. And tonight, as I invite people in, because I'm still working, I got too many of them, man. You're going to meet
I'm bringing them in as we speak.
our latest group, because I'm texting them to come on in now. I'm what do you call this, Ann? Multitasking?
Yes. It's exactly.
If you think I'm not you, that's for a reason. Okay, going up. There's so many of them. Usually I have 7, 8, but I got big. You're gonna meet tonight's group of Lady Estell and Ms. Demetra's Prep Class 2020. Bear with me, everyone. I am getting done.
So we have a lot inside. We have Kayla and Langston.
I got like just a few more. Hang on.
Okay.
Is Mrs. Estell back?
Yes, she is.
She is. Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever drama was going on over there is just about taken care of.
It's taken care of. Thank you, Jesus.
When you say Jesus, it must have been something.
Woo!
One more. They all made me in already. I don't know, but I'm just saying I gotta send in the links, and we're good. Okay, I think I got them all in. So let me tell everybody who's watching, who may not know what is going on here. Every year at the conclusion of the college prep class, we have our new collegians, Alive and Free new collegians, come on the show. Generally, it is in the studio. Of course, now we're not in the studio. We are on Zoom, so we are gonna let you meet them virtually. And it's a big group. It's the biggest group we've had in a while. And, and in a way, this is kind of nice because there's 18 of them, and I couldn't have had 18 people in the studio anyway.
Yeah.
So this way, everybody gets to see their faces, and we get to explain, what the Leadership Academy is, what the college prep class is. They get to meet them, and it's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. And the instructors will also be here. If I can text them and get them in. So let's start by doing this. And I don't know if they're all here yet, but I'm going to have all of them introduce themselves. And just say where they're going to school. That's all I gotta do. I'm so-and-so, I'm a graduate of, blah, 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 blah. And I headed off to what school, and I'm planning to major in, and we'll start the conversation that way. And I'll call out names and we'll see how it goes. and we'll see who is here. So I'll start with Shantae. Is Shantae here? You can Shantae can unmute herself and introduce herself.
Okay, hi, I'm Shantae. I am a graduate of City Arts and Tech High School.
Shantae, you got two names.
Huh?
Say both your names.
Oh, Shantae Allen. I'm Shantae Allen. And I'm a graduate of City Arts and Tech High School. I plan to go to Grambling State University in the fall, and I'm majoring in business management.
Thank you. Wonderful. Next, I'm going alphabetical order. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla Branner. I attended Summit Shasta High School, and I'm going to City College of San Francisco, and I'm majoring in criminal justice.
And if you see somebody that looks just like her, you're not tripping. Next, we have Shayla.
Hi, I'm Shayla Branner. I attended Summit Shasta High School. I'm going to attend City College of San Francisco, and I want to major in criminal justice as well.
Thank you. Bobby.
Hello, y'all. Good evening. I'm a LinkedIn intern as a chief of staff.
Bobby, you got to say your first and last name.
Oh, my name is Bobby Brown, and I'm a LinkedIn intern, and I'm going back to school in 2021.
Thank you, Bobby. Jade, full name.
I'm Jade Despani. I just graduated from Convent of the Sacred Heart in the city, and I'm going to Xavier University of Louisiana in the fall.
Thank you, Jade. Jennifer.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Deru. I go to City College of San Francisco, and I'll continue to go to City College, and I'll transfer to Howard University 2022.
And you're going to major in? What are you going to major in?
Right now, I'm majoring in pre-nursing, and then next year I'll officially be like doing nursing.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Messiah.
Hi, my name is Messiah Edwards. I just graduated from Gateway High School, and in the fall, I'll be attending Southern University at New Orleans.
Thank you, Messiah. Nia G. That's what we had to do that. Nia G.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nia Gastineau. I graduated from City Arts and Tech High School. I will be going to San Francisco State University, and then later on, I will probably transfer. And my major is African Studies and the minor of Law.
Mario.
My name is Mario Goins. I am currently a computer engineering major at San Francisco State University.
Let's see, Mario. Armand.
Hello, everyone. My name is Armand Hervé. Just graduated from Hercules High School. In fall 2020, I will be heading over to Grambling State University to get my bachelor's degree in accounting, financial accounting. There you go. Yes.
Thank you, Armand. Kevin.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kevin Lindsay, and I graduated from Academy High School, and I plan on going to City College for my first 2 years, and I want to transfer to Florida A&M. And I don't know what I want to major in yet. I haven't made that decision yet, but maybe most likely business, something with business.
Nikaya.
Hi, my name is Nikaya McGee. I'm a graduate of Gateway High School. In the fall, I will be attending Grambling State University with the major in chemistry.
Samra Wheat.
Hello, my name is Samroit Mengistu. I graduated from Philip and Sala Burton High School. I'll be attending California State University of Los Angeles, majoring in biochemistry.
I don't think Jaleese is on the call. I just got to check some of her. Nia B is not on the call. She said she would join later. I think
She's here.
Nia's here? Oh.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, my name is Nia. When I was a valedictorian of my graduating class at Stern High School, I will be attending UC Merced in the fall, but I will be going in undeclared.
Thank you, Nia. Langston.
What's going on? My name is Langston Reese. I just graduated from Sacred Heart Cathedral. I'm planning on going to San Jose State in the fall, and I will be majoring in marketing with a minor in business administration.
Devin.
My name is Devin Ward. Sorry. I graduated from Rodriguez High School in Cordelia. I will be attending Xavier University in Louisiana, and my major is business administration, concentrated in finance.
And last but certainly not least, Tiffany.
Hi, my name is Tiffany. I recently graduated from St. Ignatius College Preparatory, and in the fall, I will be attending the University of San Francisco and majoring in biology.
By the way, Tiffany's last name is Wilson, so she didn't tell you. I'll tell you. That is a huge group. It took me at least 5 minutes to get everybody in. I believe this is the largest class we've had. And thank all of you for joining us. This is everything. This is part of the culmination of a long process that you have had with Alive and Free. And I'm going to introduce your instructors momentarily. They are also on the call. But I just want to tell everybody what this is all about, because a lot of people don't know what we do here. Years ago, when Jack and I started Alive and Free Omega Boys Club, more so me than Jack, made the commitment that if young people could stick with the program, we wanted to do something for them. And we didn't pick jobs because, we couldn't control the economy. Especially, it's a good thing I didn't now, because if I pick jobs now, we'd be in trouble, huh, Ann? But I did pick education because I thought that, we can always find a school for somebody and something they're interested in. So, and then I also said, which was, and believe me, I have nightmares about this even all these years later, that they could pick the school and I would help to finance it. Find the money. That's a dumb thing to say. However, because, and I've told this many times, I was a teacher and I had no money. So, this is definitely an act of faith. And those of you who don't believe in some higher power, I sure the hell do, because it had to be a higher power to make this happen. And so for years and years and years, we have been sending young people off to college. We have accumulated, we'll hit this year 250 college graduates. This is our latest group getting ready to go off. But I learned some things early, and you've heard this story because you sat by, that just because that our young people in those early years, and I'm talking about back to the late 80s, 1987, 88, 89 is when we started sending young people to college, that they were not necessarily prepared. And I sent them off, and I would get, I don't even want to tell you what I got back. I gave money in the event. I messed up at school. Anyway, so I was tired of crying, and I found that they were not, even though they had a high school education or got a GED, they were not academically, a lot of them socially, prepared for college. And they actually had some holes in their skills, these early kids, and they told me what they were: writing, reading, and research, and math in particular. And then they had some other problems. They were a lot of these, the first group where, I've been involved in gangs of turf, and I got them out of the city, but they still did this. They got caught up when they got away. So I said, look, I got to really prepare them. And so years ago, we started to prepare young people on our own. Didn't matter if they had a 3.5, 4.0, or 2.0. We had some people even below that. If we were going to invest our money in young people, we had to certify ourselves, Alive and Free, Omega Boys Club, that they were ready. And that began, this thing started out as a writing class, evolved into, and that has evolved from that writing class to turn into a formal leadership academy and a college prep class. So we are not a scholarship service. I know a lot of them here, they just applied to somebody and they got the money. Well, you can't do that with us. We have to put you through our process. And all of you who don't know, who are watching and know what we do, this is tough. I'll admit, it is tough, it's rigorous. I'm sure these young people at some time, at one point or another, and it might come out tonight, hated all of us. They're like, man, y'all just giving them money. No. We really want you to succeed. And this thing has worked for years and years and years and years and years and years. In fact, actually in this group, I have 3 second-generation young people. Sent their mothers to college, all their mothers to college. Now I got I think it's all 3. No, 2 daughters and a son in this group. So we're gonna find out how that went for them tonight. And I'm sure, I want to find out how they really feel, about us. And so we're gonna begin that process now. I'm gonna ask them some questions. They know they're close to the end. They can breathe. And I want to thank all of them for going through this. I really do, because this is a tough program. Now, before I ask my questions, let me introduce the instructors, and then we're going to jump into the conversation. I have some questions. So the first instructor I want to introduce is Dr. Wise on the show. Dr. Wise.
Yes.
Hi, Dr. Wise.
Hi.
I want to see your face.
I'm here.
You see her?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, she probably wants that. Dr. Wise, say
Yes.
what you teach. Say what you teach.
I teach. Oh my God, I have a senior moment.
What did she say?
I teach life skills.
You teach the Tuesday night life skills class in the Leadership Academy. All right, we have Dr. Chris Harrison.
Greetings. I teach the math course, which is a part of the Leadership Academy, on Tuesday night as well.
Thank you. We have Miss Demetra. Is Miss Demetra on?
Hi, everyone. I teach the financial literacy course here at Alive and Free College Prep.
Thank you. And lastly, my co-host, who was Lady Estell on Sunday and Miss Estell during the week. Miss Estell, would you say what you teach? Mrs. Estell? Mrs. Estell?
Unmute myself. That helps. All right. In the college prep class, I teach the writing process.
All right. So these are the 4 instructors they have had. They have put them through their paces. And so this has been a very different year. I think we all know that. This is not the normal thing. Normally we meet at the club. Generally we'll start in September and we'll go through August, and we see each other in person. We have not seen these young people in person in probably since mid-March, I think, is when the shutdown began. So this has been different for everybody, the instructors and the young people. And the one thing we have not had this year that we have had since 1988 is the family meeting. We have not had a family meeting, and I don't know when, which is when I get to get my arms around them. So I've had to pop up in the Zoom screen just to get my voice in. So this is very, very different, and it has been challenging, and they have made it to the finish line, and there's a little ways to go, and they will be gone off to their college dreams. So I'm going to start with, and I gave you the history, the different year. Anybody, just give me, what did you think of this whole thing? I got some more drill down, more specific questions, but let's look at Kayla since I see her right there. Kayla, what did you think of this? Did you know what you were getting into? I mean, what is this? Is this Alive and Free? Lord, whew. What did you think?
I didn't know what I was getting into when I first started this. I thought it was just about scholarship money, but it's actually more than that. They taught us lessons, life lessons that are gonna stick to me forever. And also, I built a bond with the people, so now we're family. So yeah, I like it. I loved it.
I'm gonna go straight to your sister. What did you think? Did you know what you were getting into?
No, I didn't know what I was getting into when I first started. I actually heard of this from the 100% College Prep, and then she was just saying it was like a life skill class and a college class, and yeah, I didn't know what I was getting into.
So has it been tough, Shayla?
Yeah, it has been tough, but I've been managing getting my work done.
Okay, Nikaya, did you know what you were getting into?
No, like Kayla and Shayla, I heard about 100. I heard about Omega through 100%, and I didn't know it was gonna take so much dedication because it was just like I heard that it was a life skill class and like a learning class, but I didn't know like we were gonna really like get into this much work, like how we have life skills, college prep, financial literacy. I didn't know that they were really gonna be training me for after I leave my household. So they're teaching me to take care of myself, which I really appreciate. Like,
Nia G, it's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh yes. Whew. Whew, it was a lot. For me, since Dr. Wise is my mom, she actually was just like, you're gonna do Omega. It's not a no or yes. Like, you're gonna do it. If I gotta do it, you're gonna do it. We're a team. And so I was like, okay, I guess so. And then my dad was like, no, you're gonna do it. So my mom, like that first Tuesday, I was like, okay, I don't want to do this, but like just sitting there and like learning how to like really deal with yourself, man, it take a lot, but I'm grateful because I made it to the end for real. I'm not gonna lie.
As we're going through this, I'm looking at you. I didn't think y'all would make it. Some of y'all, I just knew y'all. I was like, no, they ain't gonna hang in there, because I know this is tough. I know it is tough. It's demanding. It's like we're like demanding coaches, and so I figured, well, yeah, somebody ain't gonna be able to hang. Armand.
Sure.
And you know who we were, but did you know what to expect?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I've been around for a while. I went there when my mom was in there. I was little and running around playing with the computer in the back of the class while my mom was, getting to it and learning all of this material and stuff. I had no idea what I was getting into. Wasn't listening worth a dang back then, so no idea. But I put my head down and worked. It was hard, but I've made it, so I'm happy.
Langston.
I'm gonna keep it honest. I had no clue what I was getting into when I first got into Omega. I was with JJ down at Operation Genesis, and he was just like, "You want to go to Omega?" I was like, "We're not going to Ghana this year," so I was just like, "I'll try out Omega." You know what I'm saying? Keep me involved in extracurricular activities, but nah, like I didn't know what it was. I went in there blind, like I had no clue. I'd never even heard of it, and that's crazy. Just because now, like, the impact that it's actually had on me, you would think more people would know about it, but actually not. It's crazy. Yeah.
Tiffany.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing at first. I got a text message from Jaleese, like I think the day that it started, and she had asked me if I wanted to come along. So I didn't even know the program was as long as it was, or even that I was going to be taught like so many valuable lessons that I will be carrying on with me definitely for the rest of my life. But yeah, I had no clue what I was getting into, but I'm glad that I did stick with it.
My boy Kevin. Where's Kevin?
I'm right here.
It's just like class. Where's Kevin? I'll move on because I can't get him. Who haven't I had that? Nia B. Did you know what you were getting into?
You said Kevin?
I did say Kevin. I gotta move on. Just like
all right, I'm
class.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm real on the screen. Yeah.
Right.
Did you know what you were getting into?
All right, I did not know what I was getting into, but I had some friends that did Omega, so I kind of had an idea, but I definitely didn't think it was going to change my life like it did, though. So I had an idea that you guys would teach what you guys was teaching, but I definitely didn't know it was going to change my life as much as it did.
I got to ask a question. I didn't get there, but anybody can ask a question. So anybody, this progress is so rigorous. Why didn't you quit?
Um,
I'm curious. Why didn't you just say, bump this? This is too much. I got all this work to do. These people crazy. They're on my line. Why didn't you
I was about to quit a lot of times, but honestly, I really didn't quit because you and Jack really didn't let me. Like, y'all wasn't going for that. Y'all called my phone and was telling me that y'all need me there and making sure I was there, making sure I got the work done. And honestly, if it wasn't for y'all, I probably would have quit. Y'all made me not quit. Y'all made me not want to quit. And yeah.
Go ahead.
For me, it was like y'all pass out homework, and the homework is a lot. So after a certain amount of assignments, I was like, I did too much work for me to quit. Like I put too much and invested too much into Omega for me to want to quit.
For me, it was that same thing. I was coming in the beginning before COVID, I was coming from Fairfield all the way to San Francisco and then going back home on a school week with all the homework. So it was a lot. And then my mom had went through the same program. So, and she didn't raise no quitter. So I'm not going to quit. And plus all of the work that we did just to quit at the end don't make sense to me. So not happening.
And for me, let me go real quick. For me, I didn't quit. I didn't almost quit, but like, I just started giving it up. Like, I just didn't really put this as my number one thing to do. Like, I was putting off the work. I wasn't really showing up to class and stuff like that. But like, you guys really like lightweight saw something in me. I was like, okay, these people see something in me. You guys called me. I got a call from Miss Estell, like, what's going on? Like, I know you and I know you can do the work and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I can't let these people down. Like, they see something in me and no one's ever told me that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let y'all down. Like, y'all are really my family. So I got back on top of my stuff, and yeah, and I'm actually really grateful that I did that. And I'm a part of this program.
Yeah, one of the really difficult things is really getting to know you through Zoom. It's a little different when I can pull you aside and we can have talks and you get up in front of family and talk. So I just want to say to all of you, without revealing any details, your autobiographies were amazing, amazing. Gave me a lot of wonderful insight into you. Things I may have thought, but that. So just I'm grateful for all the work you put in, all of you reveal about yourself. I'm going to turn to because again, I'm doing this because I want people to know that you guys really put in a lot of work, and this is tough for them. But then there's a reason that we're this way, because we really do want you. We have a 90% college graduation rate, which is about 35% higher than just school, just regular school. I was on the board of trustees of USF for years, and USF is about 65%, and that's because we really want you guys. I always said you were auditioning, and this is your audition. And the joke was, it's really a joke, if you can make it through the Leadership Academy and the college prep class, you're probably going up on the dean's list your first semester. Well, some of you anyway, and that has happened. So we really got an idea, and our instructors, I'm gonna give them a chance to talk, later on, are really tough. And so I just want people to understand, how what you've been through. Jade said she didn't get a chance to talk. Did Jade say that? Jade, do you want to say something?
Yeah. Okay. Omega for me, I knew what it was because I had like friends who went through it and stuff, like, and people from college track would go to Omega after like at like 6, and I'm like, why are you going somewhere at 6? Like, like it's a school night. They're like, oh, Omega doesn't end till 10. I'm like, I thought Omega was just like a scholarship program. Like, why are you guys doing all this for that? And I'm like, nah, I started. And then you really don't even talk about the scholarship, honestly. You really just talk about like real life stuff, like how to stay alive and free. And I didn't think I was gonna actually like Omega. Like, I actually enjoy the conversations. Like, it's a second family.
This is a type of program most people would run away from because, just give me the money, leave me alone, right? This is a program where we want to know about you, your struggles, what you're dealing with, your hopes and dreams for the future. we have a saying, we're all related, but we're all family. And so if you're gonna get to be our family, we gotta know you. We gotta know you. And we probe and we pick. And we go inside and we're demanding. So yeah, and each of your instructors are have their own way of doing it. Dr. Wise has her way, Dr. Harrison has his way, Miss Demetra has her way, and Mrs. Estell has her way, and I'm like the I don't know, daddy, granddaddy. I run, I watch over everything, make sure everything works. So let's go to some things and let's give people some insights. Each of you, just tell me a moment that was your favorite part, a memorable moment, and then you get something that was your least favorable, but anything that's just one for now, because I think there was a lot of things. You could think of one thing that you could remember, a moment, it was a class, a movie, a saying, anything like that you want to just say that sticks out when I put you on the spot. So let's start with Tiffany and go up backwards on the alphabet. Tiffany?
Yeah, so I think my favorite part was Dr. Wise's class when we watched the movies about African history. I honestly had no idea that like so many different things that like we learn or that I've learned like in like going to a Christian school, like the Trinity and everything like that and how it correlates. And I was just totally amazed that, we were able to get such rich history, and I haven't gotten it from like anywhere else except for Omega. So I'm like really appreciative of that.
Devin?
A memorable moment for me that taught me a lesson was when it was a Thursday class. It was a Tuesday class. I don't know. It was Mr. Meester's class. And like a group of us had walked in without our homework being done. And she gave us a talk about it. And then she said, okay, everybody get out. And I was like, get out? Get out? I just came from get out. So she was like, get out. And we all had to go and do the homework. So that taught me I really got to step up my game and don't come with no more missing assignments.
That's a memory. That's a memory. Langston, memorable time for you.
Most memorable time for me was probably the one day you put me on the spot, or you just put the whole class on the spot. You just asked us to open up about our life and stuff. And that was just like the first time like somebody actually showed like outside of like school that like they actually cared about, their students. Like I was like, why are you asking me? Like I'm just here like to learn. Like I didn't know like we were here to be actually going in depth about our life and everything like that. But then you asked us to say like what fuels us, like what in your past actually, caused you to want to succeed. And like that just always stuck with me because nobody ever like sat there and actually just told me like, what I'm saying, like we actually care and like we're invested in you. Like I was thinking it was gonna be something like college track, but like nah, I was like you were trying to actually cultivate that family vibe, and like it paid off. Like it definitely did pay off.
Nia B.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Good evening, actually. My favorite part about Omega was the day we were discussing about how boys go to jail and girls go to college. And I think that was one of my favorite conversations, and I believe it was so real because we were able to break it down and go deeper in depth about everything and the path both young men and women take in their lives, and it was so strong and I loved it.
Thank you. It's good to hear this. What's memorable for you, Samarie?
For me, my favorite memory would be learning about our history in February. Even though I was born and raised in Africa, I didn't like have as much knowledge as I did right now, learning about my history, where we were, like how everything is invented and stuff. So learning about all that like changed all. Like I learned a lot. And also on Kwanzaa, I was able to like pronounce some Swahili words since I know them. And that was like my favorite thing to do, to like tell people how to pronounce it and stuff.
Nakaya.
My favorite part about Omega was learning about the disease of violence, because During today, like it's so contagious, and I just appreciate learning about the germs, the symptoms, the commandments because I'm going off on my own, and I need to know to be aware of myself. I need to know what I'm getting myself into, and even when I'm not noticing it, what I need to notice to know where I'm heading. So that's my favorite part.
Kevin.
A memorable moment for me is when I asked, how did Black people come to the bottom of like the pyramid if we came from kings and queens? And then the first time I asked you that, you didn't give me an answer. And then the week later, you gave me an answer. And I'm just thinking like, dang, if I was at regular school, like my question would have been forgot about. But since I asked you, you came back to me, you thought about it, and you told me the answer. And that mean like for me, that felt like you really cared about my questions and you really wanted to get them answered. But my favorite moment is probably when Mrs. Estell looked me dead in my eye and told me that I'm smart enough and I can do college work and that like that my writing is good and stuff. Because I always thought my writing was my weakness, and I always been like kind of scared that I wasn't good enough and that I felt like I wasn't like capable to do college work. So that was probably my favorite moment. But yeah.
Armand.
All right. Basically, I truly love this class and everything about it, every aspect of it. So I can't really pick a favorite moment because, being around my family is just, something you can't replace, especially with everything now. I'm dying to get back in person. So definitely going to go to memorable moment. A memorable moment for me personally was, I think it was a Tuesday class because you were writing on the board. You told us all to come up and write one thing that you think we should know before we go off to college, right? And we had about a good 30 things up here. And we were my bad for stammering. We went on a long talk to about a good 10, 20, 10, 30 about, being prepared for college and, people thinking that they ready to go off and be on their own when they're really not. They look up at that board and say, I don't know any of this. And, it just keeps it resonating in my head that, you're really here to prepare us and get us ready for college. And, you're going to teach us most of those things along the way. So I truly memorize that. Yeah, that's one of my memorable.
Mario.
I think my favorite part is Miss Demetra, learning the financial literacy stuff and the story of Antoine Walker and all that stuff. That had me really intrigued on the Thursday classes. Also the Tuesday classes with Dr. Wise too as well, and Miss Estell as well. So, but yeah, no, the financial literacy by Miss Demetra, that's what I'm gonna take with me a lot moving forward. So,
Nia G.
A memorable moment for me was learning how to deal with our anger, fear, and pain. Because nobody ever asked me like how I felt. Well, my mom did, but like just and nobody in general like asked me how I really felt. And like just like during family meeting when I went up the board and I just told people the list of things, I felt like really good. I felt like very powerful just telling how I truly feel. And even though I'm still learning how to deal with my anger, fear, and pain, I love that lesson. And also, it was during a Miss Demetra's class where we was talking about the $5 shoes, and I was like, I'm not gonna wear no $5 shoes, and I got big feet, and she was just telling me like, you need to embrace your big feet, even if you don't like them, just embrace them. And ever since then, like I just been embracing my big old feet. I just don't care anymore.
Way to go, baby. Oh, Messiah.
For me, it was the very beginning when one of the students was crying and we all moved out into the hallway. We all surrounded her. And it reminded me of the coaches and that we're not all related, but we're all family. And I was like, I remember when we first got there, you said that we are a family. And I was like, okay, this is the moment that really signifies how much of a family we are. And then the next memorable moment I would say is when we talked about when respect comes from within, because it was a whole big discussion that we disrespected. And I feel like now we all have like a idea of what you were talking about. And then also that you're talking the N word. I really appreciate that because now I try not to say the N word.
Thank you, baby. Jennifer.
The most memorable memory for me would be the day after the Arinda party, and there was a shooting and the people lost their lives. You guys went around and asked who was all there, and me and my other friend, who's no longer in this class, was like, we were there, or we were on our way there, and I remember you guys literally broke everything down about how, like, if you don't feel right about going somewhere, don't go. Because I remember stating, like, I'm really not a party goer at all. If anybody knows me, I don't go to parties, but I had just went, like, because my friends are like, you never go to parties. Woo. And you guys were, that's when you guys broke down, like, you know, like, if you have that gut feeling, like, if you hear that background music, listen to that background music, and you guys made me feel so loved. And Armand's mom would check up on me every now and then, and Dr. Wise would text me and stuff like that, because I said something about, like, my parents not calling me or something like that, and he was like, we'll call you. And Armand's mom would really call me, like, every day, and I just felt so loved. And, like, that was when I knew that y'all was really family for real. You said it before, but that was when I knew, like, that y'all was really family, because you guys really do care.
I remember that night too. Boy, you're taking me right back there. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Jade.
I was literally gonna say that day when they did that for Jennifer, but I have another one too. Well, just basically, I guess that same day too, because Mrs. Estell, like, I don't know, Mrs. Estell is really like a grandma to all of us. Like, she treats us like we're her own kids. Like, she talks to us like we're her kids. And, like, I don't know, like, we just, it's like we're all cousins or something. Like, Estelle, Miss Estelle is a grandma, Dr. Wise is our auntie, and Dr. Marshall is the grandpa.
Well, I went from father to grandpa. Lord, praise the Lord. I'm still here. Thank you, Jay. Bobby.
I would say one of my favorite moments was always getting together at the end of Tuesday nights and praying with y'all.
Yeah.
It made me feel good and jacked. Like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be continuing writing my poetry. So shout out to him. I love his talks. I was always engaged in his talks. And just being around all y'all, like, we all family, I get excited. I never wanted to miss a day. I remember one day I went to the dentist. I had my other program. I told you, Dr. Marshall, I wasn't coming. And I just showed up because I was like, I have to be there. So I just love going to program. It was just my escape from all the noise.
And just so folks know, Bobby came from San Jose to San Francisco when we were meeting in person. Shayla.
My favorite moment was when, at the beginning of class, we would always me and the other students would always hang out
in the office. Looked like a student union over there. That's great. Kayla?
My most memorable moment was watching our African history movie, and because, like, I don't think I would have ever knew that Africans knew how to read the stars, or our ancestors knew how to read the stars.
And Shantae?
For me, my favorite part about Omega was the family meeting for sure, because I feel like every week we talked about something different. I ended up applying it into my life. Like, it was like a sign or something. Every time it was a lesson that I had to input into my life, and it was just, I was glad for those meetings. And yeah.
Thank all of you. It has been revealing to me, I'm sure, to hear this. I'm sure it's been revealing to Dr. Wise, Dr. Harrison, and Miss Estell. And so I'm gonna let them jump in and say a few things. Well, I'll tell you what, before I do that, no, I won't do that. I'm gonna do that. I was gonna come back to that later. Okay, so let's start with Dr. Wise. You want to say anything to the young people? I got a few more questions for them, but anything you want to say to them? Your first time It's your first rodeo too with the at Alive and Free.
You know, in the beginning for me, I was, you know, I'm not gonna say Mrs. Dale I had big shoes to fill, but I've heard all of the praises and the stories about Mrs. Dale, and to work with her and to have her guidance was something I was in awe with. And then to have this group of students, you know, it was amazing, and to see where they started and where they ended up, it was just amazing. And I feel like, you know, my family, I have 2 kids by birth, but I have a family now of a multitude of kids, and I'm going to stay in contact with all of you. And if you guys need anything, know that I'm here. Reach out to me, because I'm going to reach out to you guys.
Dr. Harrison, himself an alumni of Alive and Free.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I sat in the same seats, everybody. But it's all about you this evening. I just want to celebrate you. I'm really excited about the fact that you achieved your goals. I enjoyed working with you these past months, and I appreciate you taking the journey with me. I did take you on a journey for mathematics. I taught you math the way I learned math at Morehouse, and it was really the purpose of math is to train you how to think. You know, you're learning how to think in the mathematical world, how to be strategic and organized and communicate. And you hung in there. And so I'm really proud of you. I know you're going to do great when you go off to college. Congratulations.
Somebody tell me Dr. Harrison's favorite saying.
Math is life and life is math.
All right. Yeah. Math is life and life is. Thank you. Miss Demetra.
Hi, everyone. Am I just talking about this year only? This has been a very interesting year, all online, all, majority online, and trying to convey what it is like that we want you to get out of each lesson virtually has definitely been a challenge. It was rough for me, so I know it was rough for you all. So definitely congrats on that with hanging in. The class is just, it's a lot of work, and to have to be online not once but twice a week, and not just for an hour but for dang near 3 hours each time, it's a heavy load, it's a heavy commitment, and completely understand that. And I know that for Thursday night class, Mrs. Estell and I, we did not lower the bar. We couldn't. It would have just been a disservice to do so. But you guys and gals continued to show up every Thursday. And we appreciate that. We appreciate that.
And certainly, last but not least, Miss Estell. Miss Estell.
All right. First, I need to recognize and acknowledge Dr. Harrison, who came in mid-year, jumped in and made math. I don't know, it was fun, it was engaging, it was interesting, it was challenging, it was just over the top. And then to go from the classroom into a Zoom room, that transition was smooth and swift and easy for you, and you made it easier for us. And then Dr. Wise, who came in, and bless your heart, that transition from the classroom, where's Dr. Wise? There she is. From the transition from the room to the Zoom room, and you did it. And so thank you for that. For the young people, I just need you to know that it's not easy going from the classroom into a Zoom room, and you did it. You did it. Like Mr. Demetra said, we didn't lower the bar. We couldn't. The expectations have to be high. You have to know what it feels like to have somebody that believes you can do it, and we won't bring it down. We're not going to make it easy for you because your brain can handle it. So Thank you for the hard work that you did. I need you to know that you are more than capable of doing more than what you did. You are more than capable of doing more than what you did. I can just see my face. I want to see all of your faces. And I want to encourage you to do more than what you did. We set the bar high because we believe in you. It's demanding because you're brilliant, you're capable, you're able. And we're not gonna downplay it because it's COVID, because we've got to get on this box for all those hours. We're not. The world always expects so much from us. And even when we meet that, sometimes we're not acknowledged for that. But we're not gonna let you get away with being less than what you can be because we believe in you. So thank you for what you did. And I'm excited for what you're gonna do. And believe it or not, praying that what you experience and what's coming, you'll step up and you'll handle it better than you can imagine. That you take all the skills and all the information that you've been given, the things that were easy and the things that weren't so easy, and you apply it. And you remember and you do it. So I'm wishing you the best.
So we're gonna have a little fun here. One word, I'm gonna give you a teacher's name and you give me one word to describe the teacher. Okay, first we're gonna start with Dr. Wise. Give me one word, we gotta do it real fast. Shantae, one word for Dr. Wise.
Wait, I didn't have enough time, come back to me.
Kayla. Too late.
Yeah, I don't have enough time.
Shayla, one word for Dr. Wise.
Mom.
Okay. Bobby, one word for Dr. Wise.
Caring.
All right. Jade.
Resilient.
I thought y'all was gonna be cussing us out. Okay, Jennifer.
I want to say, like,
wait.
I have a word, I just don't know what it means. I want to say motherly. I want to say.
Oh, all right, that's fine. Messiah. Where's Messiah?
I said Ani.
Okay, all right. Now, so many of you, I'm gonna switch instructors, and the next group is gonna give me a word for Miss Demetra. No, Dr. Harrison. Let's do Dr. Harrison. Dr. Harrison. Nia G.
Very educated in math. I'm not gonna lie. I give.
Mario.
Helpful.
Okay. Armand. Dr. Harrison.
Articulate.
Okay. Kevin. Dr. Harrison.
Happy and educated.
Nikaya. Dr. Harrison.
Funny.
What'd you say?
Funny.
Oh, I thought you said funny. Okay. Now we're going to switch to Miss Demetra. Nia B. Miss Demetra, one word. Huh?
Bittersweet.
Langston, Miss Demetra.
Straight gangster, man.
Oh my Lord, I'm sorry. I was good. I asked, I got. Devin, Mr. Demetra.
Passionate.
Tiffany, Mr. Demetra.
Incredible.
Okay. Okay, Shantae, we'll come back to the top. Miss Demetra.
Strict.
Okay, now, Miss Estell. Kayla, Miss Estell, one word.
Beautiful.
Shayla, Miss Estell.
Outstanding.
Bobby, Miss Estell. Bobby.
Yeah, I'm here.
Miss Estell, one word.
Motivator.
Okay, Jade, Miss Estell.
Like firm.
Jennifer, Miss Estell.
My everything.
What'd you say?
I said my everything. She means a lot to me.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay, and Messiah, Miss Estell.
Poise.
So, I couldn't give everybody all four, so if anybody wants to say anything, I have a word for anyone I didn't ask about, click on and say it about any of your instructors. You want to say something?
I'm gonna go first.
Who's
I'm gonna go
first?
Me, because you need one too. So you are full package. Mrs. Stale, you're absolutely brilliant, smart, kind. Even though it may be in the most strictest way, it's still beautiful.
Yeah, Mrs. Stale. Oh, well, I think Mrs. Stale is really pretty.
Yeah. For Dr. Harrison, I would say that he's like really funny, like with his little jokes and before class, I'd be cracking up. And it would be so simple. And then for Mrs. Sell, I would say Divine too.
All right, now I'm gonna hold on one second, my brother. Dr. Marshall, you know you are let me steal someone else's word. You're resilient. I appreciate you. Mrs. Stell, I know you're looking at me, so I'm gonna give you one too. You are expressive, very, very, very expressive. And Miss Demetra, you are intelligent, and I appreciate your intelligence. Not my turn. My turn's finished.
For me, I would say Miss Demetra and Miss. I'm saying the words wrong. Mrs. Steele, I'll say very powerful. I say their words are very powerful. So yeah, powerful.
For me, for Dr. Marshall and Mrs. Steele, they are my support system. And my mom, Dr. Wire.
For Dr. Marshall and I would say thoughtful. They would give me rides, and I live very far away. So I would appreciate them because I wouldn't be able to attend the program if it wasn't for Ann and Dr. Marshall and Dr. Estelle.
I would say Dr. Wise, you are very patient. Miss Estelle, you're just exceptional. Miss Demetra is intelligent, and Dr. Harrison, his music taste is funny to me. Like it's insane. But other than that, yeah, I love it.
I got for Dr. Harrison, I got motivational. For Miss Dr. Wise, I say Sour Patch. But listen, hear me out. Cause on the outside it's sour, but on the inside it's sweet. You feel me? So that's mine for Dr. Wise. And then Miss Estelle, G-Ma.
Anybody else before I move on?
Mr. Yeah, I want to go. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go. Oh. My bad. Okay, so for Dr. Harrison, I would say he's passionate because I know like every time he talks about math, like there's nothing that will take a smile off his face at all. He always like very ecstatic when it comes to teaching us math. And then for Mrs. Stell, I would say that she's articulate. Every time I hear her talk, like the vocabulary she uses, like I learn something every time, like a new word. I'm like, I'm gonna use that on my paper. And then for Dr. Wise, I would say like family, because we had a bond before Omega and we will always have a bond after. And for Dr. Marshall, I would say guardian angel, because I feel like no matter like what I'm going through, I feel like we have this bond to where that he knows what I'm going through without me having to say anything. And he always ends up like giving me a lesson to help me with that or what's going on. So yeah.
Miss Demetra is really, I feel like she's really strict. She's firm, but like she makes sure we know what we're doing. Like she's there for us. Like I don't know, like teachers at my school, actually at my high school they did, but like usually teachers really never care. They're just there for the money. But like the teachers here actually care. Like we don't even like honestly we don't talk about the scholarship until like the last 2 weeks. But like it's really like a mentoring program to really make sure you're alive and free. Like the name is not an understatement, you know. And Dr. Marshall, I just feel like your grandpa.
Anybody else? That was pretty cool. All of it was great.
I'll go. I would say Dr. Marshall's genuine. I would say Mrs. Estell don't play. Dr. Harrison's resourceful and enthusiastic. Dr. Rise is observant. She always says, "Hey, what's wrong?" when she knows I'm going through it one day. And Anne is creative. She catches all the moments, you know, mid-moment all the time. And Miss Demetra, she's straight about her business.
I got one more. Dr. Marshall Sensei. You feel me?
I feel you. It's really good to hear this feedback. For me, I love it because then you get to say, we asked you, and whatever comes out is what it is. Is Don Strand on, Ann? Because I don't know, Don was going to try to get on, but I don't know if he did. I don't think he did because he was a big part of the program too. So I got to test a few of you anyway. So, you know, we'll see if I always do this. I did it on the radio. I don't know if it'll work now. Who can give me somebody's favorite coaches? Give me your favorite coaches, Nakaya.
You're only one bad decision away.
My favorite, yes. Shayla, give me your favorite.
There's no excuse for bad manners.
That is absolutely correct. All right, Devin, yours?
Dare to be different.
Ooh, Lord, I hope y'all got the paper in front of you. Okay, Kayla?
Success is the best revenge.
Ah, Tiffany.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
You can say it.
But I want to change mine. What other people say about you is none of my business.
Oh, that's no girl. I love that one too. What other people say about me is none of my business. Sam Marie.
Mine is we might be related. We might not be related by blood, but we are all families.
Yes, we're not all related, but we're all family. Okay, Kevin.
You're only one bad decision away.
Ah, man, you know. And you know, it's funny. I say that every day when I get up. You see, these things last for life. I'm a lot older than you. Good. It means I made it. But you know why I made it this far? Because I know I'm only what? One bad decision away. Bobby?
I would say to do things you want to do, you're going to have to do things you don't want to do well.
Oh, nice. 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 Let me see if I can get one out of Langston. Langston, did you give me one? Your favorite?
Nah, mine is probably Dare to be Different.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't go.
Okay.
You got to believe your right is stronger than their wrong.
Yeah. 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 Wow, this is great to hear all of these come out of your mouth. It really, really is. Couple more things I want to do before I let you go into the night. It's funny because I know this stuff inside and out, but even as I'm sitting here going through all of it, there are concepts that I know that we've introduced. We didn't always have this program like this. We always tried to get better. I mean, we started with a writing class, then we moved into a Tuesday, then we added a summer thing, then we added a full-fledged, college prep class. We're always trying to improve. And one of the things that, Jade, I'm sorry, you didn't get to go. Go ahead, baby, you popped up. What do you want to say?
Good advice, bad example causes confusion.
Ooh, yes. Thank you. And if somebody didn't get to say one, you go on the chat room, you want to say it, you can do it. But one of the things that Mrs. Estell brought when she came to run to run the whole program, become the academic director, nearly what was it, 15 years ago, Mrs. Estell? Something like that? Yeah, something like that. I remember when you dropped this.
It's been more than 15 years, but go ahead.
Shantae just wrote, don't let your circumstances dictate your behavior. Absolutely. But I remember when first time I heard this, and it is not a coachism, which by the way is named after Coach Wilbur Jiggets, who was the grandfather of the club and used to drop these wise sayings on it. We call it wisdom from the elder. I remember when you first dropped that whole concept of background music on us. I just thought that was like, that is like, man, I mean, you know, and the way you explained it was like, when you see a movie, how you know what's happening. You know what's gonna happen. And you would drop, I remember the first time you dropped that on the class, and it was like, man, that's right, man. And then you went to the whole thing of, you know, the different ways that we know something's gonna happen, you know, background music. But I just think that is so powerful. And I just want to say that because we hadn't had that before. And I think everybody, all of us, you know, adults and young people alike, you know, really that pops into our head. We've got letters back from young people at college who will say, you know, man, you know, Mrs. Dell told me to listen to my background music. And just for people who have never heard that, who are watching, never heard that before, because everything we teach there, anybody can use. They just happen to get it. Would you just say a little bit about that? That I just think that's so powerful. One more time. But I put you on the spot. Yes, you, ladies. Yes.
You want me to talk about background music?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, well, you've already said it, but I can say it again. I can say it again. You know, life, we have that something that guides us, that protects us, that takes care of us. And when it happens to us, sometimes we pay attention, sometimes we don't. And when we're watching a movie, you know when it's going to be bad because there's some music. Now, and that music is da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da, and you know. And so you want to tell the person, don't go, don't you do it. Can't you see? Well, we can see it. They can't see it. Well, what happens in our life is there are things that we can feel. We may not be able to see it, but there is something in us that lets us know, don't go, don't do it, don't get in the car, don't say it. You ought to do that. Maybe you shouldn't. And if we listen to it, we're protected. If we don't, then we end up saying, something told me. Have you ever had that? Something told me don't go. Something told me to do it. Something told me, see, I knew I shouldn't have. And so what we want to encourage you, I want to remind you that you've got that thing, that's something in you that will let you know. It will guide you. It will protect you. It will let you know what's okay, and it will let you know what's not okay. You may get a feeling but over your shoulders, that queasy feeling in your stomach, or that something, your eye starts jumping, or you just get a feeling. Pay attention to you. That's your background music. For right now, that's your background music. Listen to that. Next year, when you come back, we're going to take it to the next level. Tell you another part of it because it gets a little bit deeper. Right now, listen to your background music because it will guide you. It will protect you. It will keep you safe.
Thank you, Ms. Estell. Thank you very, very much. And you just shared that not only for the, you know, our college prep students who know it, but for all those people who are watching, they'd be like, I don't know what they're selling. That's hella deep. No, that's the first thing I said. That's hella deep. Oh man, I need to listen to my background music because, you know, a lot of adults do not know that. And then you hear stuff happening every day and you say, why did you do that? Why did you go? Why did you do it? Because they weren't listening to their background music. And I just want to say thank you once again for putting that into the Alive and Free prescription because it will definitely help you stay alive and free. And that's our goal. I've just about exhausted everything I wanted to say and ask and to showcase. I remember early on when we were having the family meetings, one of the meetings I put on the board, why don't some young people take advantage of the opportunity? And this has been an opportunity. And we wrote a list of things on the board about why young people don't take advantage of opportunity. And I don't have that list with me. But I remember at the end of the meeting, I said, well, which one of them is going to be your reason that you don't take advantage of this opportunity? Well, your reason never came up because all the reasons on the board, you just obliterated them. And this has been great. This has been great. It's been difficult. It's been challenging, but you have done it, and we are really so proud of you, Lady Estell.
Yes, I'd like to say, because I spoke to Dr. Harrison and what the gift that he brought, and to Dr. Wise and the gift that she brought. But I didn't talk to Miss Demetra and the gift that she brought. And I know I could just see her little face. Miss Demetra, I'm gonna tell you what, when we started the Zoom class, oh my goodness. The class will tell you that was the worst. I don't know what I was doing, but I watched Miss Demetra. Miss Demetra, poised, focused, and just zoomed in. I want you to know, Miss Demetra, how much I continue to learn from you. Thank you for helping me with this transition from the classroom to the Zoom room. And then thank you for being my partner, my support system, and working with the college prep class and keeping me on task and focused. Thank you.
Thanks, Mrs. Estell.
You know, it's too bad Don's not here because, I mean, you know, there is this team. And I tell you what, it's just a gift and a blessing, but because there's no other words that describe it. Young people, I want you to know that to be able to work with you is a blessing. To be able to touch your life and for you to be there to touch mine is a blessing. And so, yes, thank you for being a part of my life and this whole process of the pandemic. Yes, I know you said some nice things, but I'm going to tell you, I know what the real deal is. Okay. I already know. Sometimes I make you crazy. Yes. Look at Langston. I see you nod. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I busted you again. See, that's the stuff she does. She does it. And you know, and I will say things and I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to give you a break. I'm going to say, hold on. And anybody that will let you get away with being less than what you're capable of being and less than what you're capable of doing, they need to see me. And I want you to know it's not something to feel good about when somebody just lets you walk away being, what was that song? Mediocre?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that song.
You're not mediocre. And see, and I have a problem sitting back and just saying, okay, fine. Not my problem. It is. Because you are my people. You are my people. And so, yes, I will make you crazy. But that was only because, I don't know if you made me crazy, but I'm not going to settle for less. And I do not want you to settle for less than the best of what you can be. So I know I pissed you off. I know it. It's all right.
Okay, I got one last thing. One last thing. Anybody, and I did this in class one night via Zoom, and it was so cute. I want to do it again. I asked you, someone in your class you admire, you know, and I like you to say that. You guys have been a group together for 18 of you for a long time. You made it, you stuck it out, you made it to the end. You know, you said nice things about, you said things about us. Say something about one of your classmates, what you admire about them. Might want to use one word or a few words because there's so many of you, but I just think it's great for you to hear from each other. So we'll wrap it up like that. Nakaya.
I admire Bobby because whenever it's something going on with the class, she's always like, y'all, like, we need to get on this. Or like when we got kicked out of class last Thursday, she was like, maybe we say like it's the last class. Like she's always looking out for somebody. She's always Like, I remember I used to be in class hungry. She used to even give me her little bananas. I'm like, thank you, Bobby. Like, she was always looking out for me. Like, that was the first person I met when I came to Omega. Like, we was the first 2 people in the room. So, yeah, I'll never forget Bobby because she's a very outstanding person.
Shayla.
I admire Messiah because I don't know, she dedicates her time in the doing scholarships, and she recently just got a scholarship, a full ride scholarship at Southern University, and yeah, that's just like, dang, Messiah, you go, girl.
Nia G.
I admire is Kayla. I admire her so much because the last day of the, like on one of the assignments, right, I did not know if we were supposed to do it. And I've been just texting her like, okay, can you help me? Can you do this? And I admire her so much.
Mario.
Mario.
Good. Okay. Jade.
I admire Shayla, Kayla, Messiah. I admire Shayla, Kayla, Messiah, Bobby, Jan, Kevin, Devin, actually everybody, because everybody's like always like, especially Jen, like she came back and she wasn't playing. Like when she, you know, Miss Estelle gave everybody a second chance, Jen really wasn't playing. Shayla had a baby, she came back. Kayla always on her stuff. Bobby hecka nice. Messiah got full rides. Devin just be nice. Everybody.
Devin.
The last time I said Jade, Bobby, and Mario, but this time I'm gonna say Shayla because she had a whole baby and was still on top of her stuff. Connected.
Whole baby, not a half a baby.
She was committed. She had no late assignments and she didn't miss a class. So she yeah, I admire her for that.
Nia B.
Who do I admire? Can it be a teacher too? Or no?
No, we did the teachers. This is your classmate.
Okay, fine. My classmates, I truly admire Sam Moritz and Bobby. One, because they're both shining bright, like people. They're so bright and I love it. It's beautiful. And they also just motivate me to be a better person. And just, you know, they can be quiet sometimes, but they know what they be doing. So, I mean, it's just beautiful.
Tiffany.
I admire each and every one of you guys, but for sure, Nia Bishop, like this past few weeks, I was able to get to know her because of our math group project, and she has really kept me going. It's so funny, like all the advice and stuff that we got, though it may not be necessarily math related, but we're honestly like so cool and so cool, and I really appreciate her.
Sam Marie.
I admire Shante and Niabi because they have been like so like friendly, and I admire their confidence too. Like I always wished I had their confidence, and yeah.
Bobby.
I would say same thing, Summary. You, Nia B, and Shantae, y'all just come through with y'all authentic self. Y'all real and y'all always ready to perform. Also, Nia G too. I'm gonna throw her on there. Like y'all always ready to say something and contribute to the group. And then just shout out to all y'all.
Kevin.
I admire Jennifer and Messiah because those are 2 people who know my struggle and they always tell me how proud they is of me, and just they like always congratulate me that I stayed to it, and they always been checking up on me throughout the whole process.
Jennifer.
I admire everybody. I admire Jade because I feel like we're always like, when we get like have to do work, we're like, I did it. Did you do it? I didn't do it. Did you do it yet? Like we always like have to make sure we had our work done together. And I admire Sam because I don't really know you all like that, but like I really did watch you grow. Like I remember like everyone, like, can you say that again? Like, I really watched you go from quiet to like, you know, really outspoken. I thought that was a beautiful progress. And I admire Kevin for reminding me.
Kayla.
I admire everybody. I feel like I could say different things for each and every one of you guys, but I'm gonna just say the general. You guys made it this. Well, we made it this far, which shows that we are determined, and I'm proud of all of us.
Shantae.
Who, I don't even know who to say. I really admire everybody, like Shayla said, Kayla. But I don't know. I would say if we're choosing one specific person, I would say Langston, because he always come through with the links when I don't get them, the homework and everything. And yeah, if I'm slipping on something, I could text Langston like, what was this? Did you get this? And he'll send it over. So for sure.
Armand.
All right, I truly do love all my family, and I do admire everybody. But I went with one of my brothers last time, and I'm definitely gonna go with one of my sisters. And the one that stands out to me the most is Tiffany. Tiffany, you're awesome. I appreciate you. And every time I text the group chat, I literally text the group chat, so I don't leave nobody out, because I know multiple people have access to stuff, right? But Tiffany is literally the first person to respond, and I do appreciate that, because you done saved your boy a couple times. I appreciate it. So yeah, definitely Tiffany this time.
Messiah.
I would like to show appreciation to Shayla, definitely, because she had a baby. She never missed a class. She never did miss her homework. And I also want to thank Kayla and Shayla just together for being such good friends and being so supportive. I also want to thank Kevin too, because like he had a lot of obstacles, but he conquered all of them. And we all graduated high school and we're all going to college now.
Langston.
I admire, let's see, Shayla, obviously, like, so tough, like, how you have a baby and just succeed through it all. Like, that's just mad respect from me on that one. That was the one in particular, but everybody, you know, Mario, you know what I'm saying, he's a silent killer, you feel me? Like, he don't say too much, but like, you know what I'm saying, he always, he may not be paying attention all the time, but he's very like insightful, and I respect that, you know, like, you know what I'm saying, and everybody really though, like, everybody just did a great job. I just proud of all of us, like, we did it, you feel me? It was hard, but we made it through.
I particularly like all of this tonight because you did it publicly. What you said about the program, what you said about the instructors, and most importantly, what you said about each other. I mean, that coachism, we're not all related, but we're our family. I mean, that is really at the heart of, other than the more you know, the more you owe. That's the heart of what we do. We couldn't do this if we didn't believe in that we're family. And you guys have come through a lot together, and you've come through a lot without being able to see each other. So that's even more so. It'd be great when you're able to like actually, you know, hug each other, and shake each other's hands and whatever. And so that was great for the people to hear, who don't know anything about Alive and Free, you know, who heard this thing about Omega, but don't really know what it is. And it really is about family. And it's about, you know, history and tradition and all of that. And you're the latest. There's a bunch of alumni that you are following. When we get back into our building someday, your pictures will be up on the wall. And it's great. Pretty soon that wall's gonna be covered with alumni graduation pictures. I know the 3 here whose mothers that we sent to college are really proud of you, because they're doing it again. And pretty soon you'll be off doing your thing, but you will never be far away, because I'll be they turn you over to me now, because I'll be like, you wait, Dr. Martha, why you text me? I'm at college, because I want to know how you doing. So it's gonna be great. It's an exciting time in your life. You know, I love college. It was just wonderful, and it's the time to grow. And but at the same time, we know you're gonna do it and stay alive and free and be educated, and that's all we want. That's all we want. And it's pure joy. It's hard for people to understand who don't really get this, you know. People just don't understand Dr. Marshall and Mrs. Still and Miss Demetra and Don and Dr. Wise and Ann, and they don't understand all of us really, because they say, why are you doing that? It's just pure love. That's all it is, it's just love. And we're glad that somebody gave it to us so that we can give it to you. And I think I'm done for the night. It's great to see all the faces.
Are there any words from Dr. Harrison or Dr. Wise? I'm just wondering, just asking.
In the words of Marcus Mosiah Garvey, up you mighty people, you can accomplish what you will.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. All right, I think that's it. We're done. Thank all of you. We'll see you on Tuesday night for the last class, and the following Sunday for the benefactors reception, where we'll be at the graduates and you, in our traditional thing, and saying thanks to all the benefactors who are giving us so we can get through. So thank all of you spending this time tonight, and as always, stay alive and free. That's it. Good
Stay
night.
alive and free. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Tuesday, everyone.
See y'all later.
I see Mario and Jade are still here.